In my opinion, self-inquiry and understanding the ego is the most important things that you could know, that you can educate yourself on, right? Educate. It is so important to know how the ego works because it's dragging you by the nuts and you don't even know it. And it happened to me for the longest time. Once you can understand that the ego is something that it will never be satisfied, even when you go and get your desires, it doesn't want to not exist. So right now, its existence may be depending on if you materialize what you're trying to materialize, right? Then you'll be happy, right? Once I get this, then I'll be happy. Then I'll be good. Then my life will be good. Like you don't understand, Joe. Like, if just this thing could just get figured out, then like my problems would be like gone. I'd be fine. I'd be good. But you just don't understand, Joe. It's killing me. The ego wants you to buy into that story so hard. It is food for the ego. The food for the ego is you looking at things as problems, you trying to figure things out, you being the doer, you trying to do, right? That is the ego's like food. It just feeds off of that. And so how do you get an annoying little sister to stop bugging you when you're a child? Say your sister's annoying the shit out of you. How do you get her to stop doing that? You stop giving it attention. You stop giving her attention, and then she can sit there and poke you all day long. But once you stop giving it attention, yeah, she might poke you a few more times, but eventually she's gonna get tired of it because you're not reacting to it. You're not giving in to the little sister being annoying. So she can only be annoying for so long, and then she'll get bored of it and stop. It's the exact same thing. When you're looking at shit as a problem, then that's you feeding it attention. That's you keeping it alive, and that's what the ego wants. And so that's why it's so important to know and be able to spot these things. You know, the self-inquiry. Who is it right now that thinks that this moment isn't absolutely perfect? Right? Who is it? Well, who it is something that will never be satisfied, even if I were to get this shit right now. If I were to have all my material or all my desires dropped right here, right now, boom, the ego would be like, cool. And then it's on to its next problem because it doesn't want to cease to exist. It doesn't want to die. Your ego doesn't want to die. And without the seeking and resisting, it doesn't have life. It doesn't exist without the resisting or the seeking. And so that's why it's so important to see where it is that it's taking you over. To understand, to use the self-inquiry of who is it right now that is not satisfied? Who is it right now that thinks that there's a better me somewhere? Like, who is it? Oh, it's something that will never be satisfied anyways, even if I get this shit. Even if I get this shit, it doesn't want to cease to exist. It will never want to cease to exist. The only way it can cease to exist is if you stop giving it existence and stop thinking it's you. And you do that by asking the questions, who is it that's upset right now? Who is it that's tripping about this? And then every time you ask that, you're going to see that it's the conditioned mind. And that doesn't even exist unless you sit there and keep seeing things as problems and keep interpreting things through that lens. Because then if the annoying little sister she's going to keep poking, dude. That annoying sister is going to poke the shit out of you until you stop reacting to her. Or unless you slap her or something. I'm just kidding. But once you stop giving that annoying sister attention, she gets bored. And what's the point of poking him anymore? I'm not getting no reaction out of him. It's the same thing. Just stop you're feeding it the attention that it needs to survive on. Without your power, without you saying, this is true for me, it can't be true. That's why a lot of success stories come from people just dropping the whole thing and stop and not looking at things as problems anymore. Simply that. Just your perception. Just simply not looking at this as a problem anymore. You know, that I guess the video is about really understand the ego and really and just self-inquiry is so huge. Who is it that's upset right now? Who is it that thinks that there's something better somewhere else? Who is it? And you will never get an answer. Never. You might get, my name is Jim Kelly. Well, those are two names, two words that your parents opened their mouths and spit out sound so that when you heard it, you would respond back to them. Okay, so next step, now who am I? Who am I? Who am I? Keep asking that question over and over and over. All right? If you guys want help with this, you can go to my Stand store on my YouTube. I've got one-on-one coaching available and the Identity Blueprint Guide Shift. All right, go check them out if you want to. You don't need coaching and you don't need an Identity Blueprint Shift guide. You don't need anything. But if it'll help you, go check them out. All right, love you guys.